Okay, Chapter 7, The Family. My patience has grown thin. The guests and the staff of this house think it is acceptable to lie to my face when questions and obstruct my investigation. But no more. We shall see how Monsieur Sterling and his staff fare under some pressure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do chapter 7 this stream, because each of these chapters has taken like about an hour or so. And then that way next week we'll finish this up, and then the week after that, I guess we'll just work on the next one. Going getting to bed. All right, RC. I have been lied to for the last time. My suspicions initially led me to the guests, but now they are firmly placed on the staff. Monsieur Sterling and Mademoiselle Rahana cannot hide behind their lies any longer. Well, my mind map sure is populated with nothing. Okay, but... Oh, Boldor. I think I'm just gonna go talk to people, I guess. Because I have to talk to the staff. Something is up with the staff. Which means I go this way? No? Oh, this door leads back. Da, 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 da. Looks like Elizabeth is on her way to see me, but at such a late hour? God, the way she's looking makes it look like she's possessed.
Mademoiselle, what a pleasure to see you.
Detective,
What's wrong?
It is a rather late hour to be wandering the halls.
Oh, yes, of course.
Are you going to try to kill me?
I do not feel myself, Detective.
If that is the case, you should be resting. Allow me to help.
No, that's quite all right. I will see to my duties and return to bed.
Okay. What's wrong? That was...
Lizzie, excuse me, Elizabeth. Lady Van Den Bosch has been waiting for some time now.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Detective Poirot was just...
I'll see to the detective. You just head on up. Off you go.
I don't trust you.
Good night, Detective.
Bonne nuit, mademoiselle.
Come to my room later when Archibald's not watching. Mademoiselle Elizabeth is certainly not herself. I thought the death of the mayor had brought up uncomfortable memories of her beloved look, but maybe something else. So what's up, liar?
I'm sorry about her, Detective. As you can see, she is still not back to her usual bubbly self.
This weekend seems to have taken quite a toll on her.
She'll be right as rain in a couple of days. Now, what can I help you with?
As if by magic, you appeared when needed. I would like to speak with you and the remaining staff. If you could gather them in the staff pantry.
At this hour, Detective? Is that really necessary?
Yes, it's necessary, you liar.
I shall be the one that determines what is and what is not necessary, and this is very much the former.
Yeah. Haha.
As you wish, Detective. I'll see if Inge has finished preparing for breakfast.
Yeah.
And Mademoiselle Rihanna?
Yes, of course. I'll fetch her from the kitchen. Elizabeth may be some time with the lady of the house. Perhaps you'd like to start with us?
That's fine.
Very well. I shall speak with Mademoiselle Elizabeth when her duties are complete.
While I am gathering the staff, Mr. Beckers is in the library. If you wish to join him, I could bring you both a nightcap.
I wish to keep a clear head, but there is something I wish to discuss with Monsieur Beckers.
Okay. It's my opportunity to confront Monsieur Beckers about his dealings, or lack thereof, with Monsieur de Silva without being disturbed. Yes! Are you going to immediately take me to the library? Nope. Okay. So we're pretty sure he did... Well, he might have done it. We just know he's not the blackmailer. I'm not allowed to leave. Where is he? Over here. Hey, I heard you have a temper, Hugo.
Monsieur Beckers, it is rather late. The other guests have already retired to their rooms.
I didn't even see the time. It's easy to lose oneself in a library this impressive.
I mean, fair.
That is something we can agree on, monsieur.
I suppose I should be heading.
A moment,
yeah.
monsieur. There
Second.
are some matters that we must discuss.
Oh, what is it, detective?
I did not realize your relationship with Mademoiselle Conrad was so business-oriented.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Her proposal to make you somewhat of a star, a figurehead for the working man, what would you call that?
There was certainly no talk of making me a star. That is not the type of man I am. She wanted to write a piece on my work with the union, and I was happy to oblige.
Uh-huh. Monsieur Beckers has always appeared to have the workers' intentions at the forefront of his decisions, but perhaps the thought of being remembered for something great was too much for him to pass up. I was wondering, did your speech go the way you expected?
My speech? I'm not sure what speech.
You may save your false ramblings for your next audience. I am aware you spoke with the Major yesterday.
Whoever told you that has it wrong, detective.
Please, monsieur. The truth.
Okay, fine. Yes, the Major and I spoke, but it was not for long.
Mm-hmm. What was the manner of your conversation? From what I understand, it was not a light-hearted chat.
I was trying to convince him to speak with Ernesto. It's time we brought the strikes to an end.
And that was best approached by a shouting match?
He wouldn't listen to what I said. I spent so long preparing how I was going to convince him, but men like him are only swayed by one thing: money.
Monsieur Beckers is not wrong. Had he tried to grease the mayor's palm, perhaps he would have been more successful.
It is said that money is the root of all evil, but it can also be a rather powerful bargaining chip.
Well, he was bargaining with people's lives. If he had acted sooner, none of those men, my men, would have to die.
The Major oversaw security at the factories. Could he have done more to stop the strikes turning violent? I understand Monsieur de Silva had prepared a deal.
A deal? It was an insult.
And that is why you did not sign it?
I didn't sign it because the workers deserve so much more, not his pathetic attempts to get them back to work.
Did you think there was a chance for a better deal to be made?
I know there was. He's a pompous swine that cares for only himself and filling his pockets.
I'm sure I've heard that description of Monsieur de Silva before, at least something similar. Push on Jacqueline's influence over Hugo. Do it!
Mademoiselle Conrad can be quite convincing, can she not?
She has certainly taken several wealthy business partners by surprise with her knowledge and prowess. She knows how to use her womanly powers to get what she wants.
Oh, dang.
But she did not surprise or use you?
Me? Used me? Don't be ridiculous, detective. There were no games played at my expense.
Uh-huh. Monsieur Beckers has quite a way with words and is a fan of his own voice. Perhaps I should allow him the opportunity to speak up, speak and open up without too much interruption and forcefulness.
Perhaps some.
Ah, that was wrong. You claim that you refused Monsieur de Silva's deal as it was not adequate for your men?
And I stand by that. It was an insult.
Okay.
A
I
rather
didn't do
bold
anything.
move to make such a decision on your own.
Oh, okay. That was the correct one. Are you prepared to take responsibility for your actions or lack thereof?
Everything that has
Okay,
happened
so
is my doing.
Yeah.
You yourself spoke of Mademoiselle Conrad's cunning in business.
And I told you, I was not one of her targets.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I screwed up because it's usually
Tell
3.
me then, what was it she reminded you of? The acclaimed man of the people you would be known as if you pushed the factory owners for more?
It wasn't like that at all.
From where I am standing, it was she that was manipulating the terms of the deal, and you in the process.
You were merely her pawn. Oof.
I think you have let your man. What
Okay.
kind of union?
Let's try that again.
Mademoiselle
But
she...
me? No, she just.
I knew what I was fighting for. Okay.
And I stand by that.
Yeah, it was an insult. Like thereof.
Everything that has happened.
You yourself.
And I told you,
Tell me that.
it wasn't like.
From where I am standing, it was she that...
Yeah. You're merely her pawn.
Okay, yes, I know. I shouldn't have listened to her. But what else could I do? Remain an unknown my whole life? I didn't mean for anyone to get hurt.
Well, I mean, that's how most people live their lives, to be honest. All right. Yeah, you didn't mean to, nobody ever means for anybody to get hurt, but they do anyway.
It may not have been your intention, but we both
Yep.
know the result. You rolled the dice with those men's lives for fame, and you lost.
Pardon my intrusion, but are you from a large family?
What does that have to do with anything?
Is that why you wanted fame? Were you... Oh.
I have often wondered about the competition
Yeah.
siblings
Oh,
face in
no.
a large family.
When you're young, it is the best feeling to know you have family that will stand by you, without even being asked. It is not until everyone starts carving their own path that you realize you're walking yours solo, and those that were beside you are now miles away. My older brothers were the athletes of the family. They both played soccer, and were the infatuation of every teenage girl. I'm sure you have seen the type.
Oui, monsieur, but I can assure you that was not I.
Yeah, that was me.
Then there was me. Quiet, timid, a shadow of the Becker brothers. My voice and very presence was forgotten and ignored. Nothing I could say or do would ever reach the bar they had set. But I always knew I was destined for great things. Years passed, and now that I no longer stood in the colossal ombre of my brothers, I could become my own man. When the position of union leader
Yeah,
was
boo-hoo, you
posted,
weren't popular,
it was
exactly.
my chance to finally be heard.
Yeah.
You hear politicians speak of the little or the common man? Well, that was me. And I knew what we wanted and what we needed. When I spoke, others listened. I held their gaze with a sense of pride, a sense that what I was doing was for the greater good. It was supposed to be my crowning achievement, lead the men to victory over the money-grabbing oppressors. But instead, all I did was lead them to their deaths.
Monsieur, it was not at your hands that these men died. The blame cannot lie solely on your shoulders. Those responsible will be punished for their crimes. That you must trust.
Monsieur Becker's story is one of fighting to have one's voice heard, be it a single one or the masses. I'm afraid he may be remembered for what he did, but not in the way he so hoped. Yeah. Well, that's what happens, man. That's what happens. Time to make some connections. Nope. Okay. I guess I gotta go. Oh wait, I think they're all gathering in the pantry. I think that was the thing. Okay, so I talked to him. First floor hall. I think I gotta go to the ground floor. Yeah, chill. Oh, man. Also, hi Anna. How are you doing today? How was everything? While speaking with Monsieur Beckers was not the reason for me being up at this hour, he was able to fill in some blanks regarding the Major, but not in getting any closer to discovering his killer. Perhaps the staff living quarters will. Staff living quarters? Wait, where the hell does the staff live? Downstairs? Probably. Oh no! Did you explain what happened though? I was wondering, cause you didn't say anything about it yesterday. So I have a problem. Oh, okay. What must we do? Dining room. Probably in the basement. Oh, yeah, oh, the basement. I know. The butler's pantry.
Oh,
After I've conducted the staff quarters. Probably this. I think this is the staff quarter. Staff quarters. Tell them that was your idea and what? You said I made you. Oh, come on, Anna. Oh, no. Okay. Basically, Anna, Anna made a mistake and accidentally bought a Switch game. Not an expensive one, but it was still like a game. And it turned out that her dad's credit card was still the payment, and it didn't ask for a PIN, so it just charged the card. And she was like, if he talks to me about it, I'm going to tell him it was your fault. And I was like, okay. I mean, the other day I was like, oh, that is really cheap. But I wasn't explicitly like, buy it now. But, you know, yeah. It's still you bought something without asking type thing, even if it was a mistake. A rather luxurious jacket. The initials read FH. Felix Hagen. Are these scruffy boots his as well? Why would they be left here, though? Yeah, why are they in the servants' quarters? Oh, yeah, because Zelda is... that would be expensive. A war medal that I assume must belong to the Major. The items I have found are most intriguing and require an explanation that I believe only the staff can give. I shall meet them in the pantry. Oh, okay, Yeah, why do you have a dead man's jacket
Detective,
and other stuff?
What can we do for you?
Yeah.
You can help me by telling the truth, and in the process, help yourselves.
Sorry, Detective. It's a bit late in the night for riddles.
It's not a riddle, bro.
It is no riddle, monsieur. If I do not receive the truth, you shall all be charged as accessories to murder.
Detective, I think maybe you have been locked in this house for too long. We have already...
You have told me a version, and now I require honesty.
Conversation unlocked. Archibald.
Monsieur Sterling, is there anything you would like to add to your story?
I'm not sure what you think I have done, Detective.
Let us not string out this charade any longer.
The telephone call the Major received.
From his associate. I've already told you, Detective. I don't know who it was.
Do not worry yourself on such details now. I suppose they were lucky to have called when they did. Otherwise, they may not have gotten through at all, with the telephone lines being down as of yesterday.
Aye, Detective. Lucky, I guess.
Monsieur Sterling is no fool. I believe he is aware I suspect him of something. Perhaps some carefully worded questions are all that are needed for him to slip up. You're last to see the Major alive when you brought him the bottle of whiskey in his study, correct?
Whiskey?
You took a bottle of whiskey to the Major. You spoke with Monsieur Demire en route.
Aye, of course. It was a bottle he picked up from his last visit to Scotland. Rather smoky number from the Highlands. He was saving it for a worthy occasion. Drowning his sorrows must have been fitting enough.
At first, he does not remember a bottle at all, and as if by magic, he recalls the exact details.
Or was it the one from the West Coast? You'll have to excuse my memory, Detective.
This guy, you're lying. Can you explain why a medal belonging to the Major was amongst your belongings?
Oh, you found it. Thank you, Detective. I've been looking everywhere for it.
Oh.
If I had lost a war medal, I would not stop until I found it.
It's not what you think. I was...
Exploiting a dead man's military achievements for your own personal gain?
Nothing of the sort. He asked me to clean them up. I must have dropped it into my pocket when I was putting them back.
Uh-huh.
An honest mistake.
Yes, of course. Oh, God. Changes to her what? Okay, I'll have to check that. I don't know where my phone is. I thought it was on me. Cannot claim to be an... Never have I heard such a pathetic excuse to explain a stolen item in one's possession. I would expect a better lie from an enfant. Cannot claim to be an expert, but I would presume a medal like that would be of quite some value?
I wouldn't know.
Probably.
Probably.
Wow. Oh.
Your father was in the military for many years. That is what you told me.
He was.
And your family still keep his medals?
They were sold.
And why was that, monsieur?
Is my family on trial now, Detective?
Only you, monsieur. And I repeat my question.
There's probably... I mean...
Because we needed money.
I figured, yeah.
Voila.
Monsieur Sterling was well aware of the medal's value when it found its way into his belongings. You claim the Major asked you to clean his medals for display purposes?
No. He keeps them safe with some of his old military documentation.
Is that a typical job for the head butler?
He trusts me to do a good job. I told him I used to clean my father's, so he asked me to do the same.
And where does he keep these items?
In the storage room. I know where everything is, so it's just easier if I
This guy has an
some
answer
them
for
as
everything.
and when he needs them.
They're speaking like Zunder. Very fancy, yes. I do not recall seeing any military memorabilia or keepsakes when I was in the storage room. Could there be another storage room he speaks of? Are you happy here at the Van den Bosch house?
It's certainly better than my last.
You are paid a fitting wage for the work that is asked of you?
I'm sure the lady of the house would not want me discussing it, but I should not complain.
That is not the most convincing answer, monsieur.
Between you and I, we all work very hard here, and it would be nice if we were rewarded for it.
Uh-huh. It seems Monsieur Sterling is trying to convince me, as he has himself, that his light-fingered actions are justifiable due to the petite wage he receives for his honest work.
Please don't go anywhere. If I require more information, I shall call on you again.
Okay.
Mademoiselle, I shall keep my questions brief.
I don't know what else I can tell you.
You have been honest with me so far. All I request is that you continue to do so.
Ye.
Oui, detective.
I'm already aware of Mademoiselle's involvement with the blackmail, but I'm not sure if she is also connected to the Major's murder. Tell me what happened before you found the Major in his study.
It was frantic in the pantry. We were working hard to make sure everything was up to scratch.
Well, I don't know. Because I thought that was, what is it supposed to be pronounced? Well, it didn't have the, I'd say petite, but petite has the E at the end. I don't know how French talk. He didn't say the word for me.
Go on.
Come on.
Then Liz burst in, asking for Mamore's help.
Her help with what, exactly?
I gotta go find my phone, but I'll be listening.
I don't know. She took Liz to one side, and I was needed in the salon. We spoke just after that in the pantry.
You did not question what she needed help with?
I was too busy. I love Liz.
I know you don't. It
but
just
she
sounded
sheds
funny.
a tear
Oh,
at
okay. I was
almost
just like,
everything
ah.
these days. Although,
Or maybe it's like
I've never
petite.
seen her look so pale.
Sometimes the T's are not there, but sometimes they are there. It's weird. Mademoiselle Elizabeth still looked pale when I saw her earlier. I understand the amount of work that goes into keeping a house of this size running, but Madame cannot expect the staff to work if they're ill. Perhaps Mademoiselle Rahana can clear up the reason for Elizabeth's panic.
Merci. I shall return if I have any further questions. Mademoiselle, I shall be as quick and precise with my questioning as possible.
Good, I have work to do.
Okay. What do you need?
My condolences on your brother's passing.
Merci. He was a good man. Taken too early.
Forgive me, mademoiselle, for not extending them earlier, but I was not aware of your relationship.
He was my only brother. And he died doing what he believed was right. If I ever get my hands on who took him from me.
I understand why she's so angry. For her brother to be taken from this world at such a young age, and in such a violent manner. Violence cannot be met with violence, but I am not sure Mademoiselle feels the same. Tell me about your brother's involvement at the riots at the factory.
You say the riots, but it was the strike he was part of. They started the riots, not the workers.
By they, you are referring to the security forces. They were brought in to keep the peace.
Security, huh? They were brought in to make an example of them. It was all peaceful until they arrived.
Why would they need to make an example?
So that the workers would stop rallying. No one is going to go on strike if they think they'll get killed.
I mean, fair.
The security you talk of were armed and ready. The workers were pigs to the slaughter. What chance did they have?
It is obvious Mademoiselle is still upset about her brother's death, and rightly so. If the events were as Mademoiselle describes, I cannot comprehend how the security forces were able to get away with such despicable acts of violence.
Yes.
Oh boy. Twitter is currently down. Or X, as we call it now in the future.
This was before or after Archibald took him a bottle of whiskey.
Before.
You are sure?
It may have been after.
Oh boy.
The whiskey is kept in the cellar with all the alcohol.
It is.
Then you must have noticed him going into the cellar and returning with a bottle through the pantry, no?
Yes, I suppose I did. It must have been before
Oh
that.
man, this sure sounded like a lot of lying. Took only one question from Mademoiselle to doubt her own story. What I still cannot see is why the need for all the lies. Play some, yeah, probably.
What is there to say? Being locked away in the pantry, I don't see her for most of the day.
That may be. But she came looking for your help before dinner was served, did she not?
She wasn't feeling well, that's all.
Sounded very hesitant.
And she came to you.
I told you, we are a family here. The girls come to Mama Reh if they have a problem, and I fix it.
Okay.
When I saw her earlier, I must admit she was not looking herself. Perhaps I should check on her.
Please tell me somebody didn't, like, poison her.
No, just leave the poor girl. She'll be fine after another bowl of my homemade soup. She just needs her rest.
I'm sure Mademoiselle Rahana is a loving mother figure to the staff while away from their families, but her eagerness to keep me from seeing Mademoiselle Elizabeth again does not sit comfortably, does it?
Merci, mademoiselle. That is all for now.
You guys are hiding something! You're hiding something from me. Gonna put stuff together. That's a lot of shit. Oh, God. Ah, jeez. Okay. He hasn't noticed the lack of calls.
I must
Oopsie.
act on thought and fact.
Sorry. Oh, that's Archibald. Claims he lost the medals. Medals kept in storage room. Archibald stole from the major. Hannah claims Elizabeth is under the weather. Elizabeth is quite upset. Hugo saw the major outside. Did he, though?
Magnifique.
Bum, bum, bum. Somebody was staging a thing. The major would not have left such a fine coat in the staff area. Someone must have worn it. More importantly, however, who wore the major's clothes? Someone else wore the clothes. Okay. Worn out boots. These do not strike me as a pair of boots worn by the major. There have been some hard miles walked in these. So who do these belong to? Staff may be involved in the murder. Unsure about timings. I think these two?
Things
Yeah,
are
because
beginning
they're
to
not...
become-
How can either of them forget something so important from only the day before? I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. I forget things all the time. Archibald and Rihanna, unsure of their stories. Upset and under
Is
the
there
web? No,
something-
that's not right. Claims she took ice to the major. Rihanna distraught look passed away. And I believes workers didn't stand a chance. Pigs to the slaughter. Bump.
I cannot
No.
see the logic in this.
Wait, maybe there's something. Because usually they're kind of like straight-ish lines. But there's nothing really going up there. Worn out boots. Archibald, I guess.
Come, my
No,
little Grace.
that's too on the nose. Oh, he stole boots? Did he steal his boots?
What a revelation.
I should have known at first glance these belonged to a member of the staff, but who? I don't know. Staff members' boots. And the coat?
Some would say a lucky
Yeah,
guess.
okay. A staff member dressed in the major's clothes and took his position out in the snow for the guests to see. Why would they do this? As an alibi. Staff member impersonated the major. Oh, would that also explain the medal?
Order and method.
Nope. Okay, Dad?
I must take a different...
Not that. Probably them covering for each other?
I must act...
Never mind. So I'm just like, Oh, staged phone call and also said that you had to take ice.
I should not be surprised, but...
The theory that the major had been killed during dinner was nothing but a ruse. Why are the staff covering for the real time of death? Staff covering for real time of death. Unsure about their stories.
What a revelation.
Because they don't know. Both Archibald and Rihanna played the parts very well. That is, until they became complacent. Why do the staff feel they need to fabricate stories? Archibald and also staff member impersonated the
pieces of
major.
puzzle are finally
I almost had to relay their stories back to them both. I obviously cannot trust a word they have said. Why are the staff hiding the truth from me? Because they're in
magnifique.
It is a revelation I had not expected. The staff were involved in the murder. Okay, so what's-her-face is the blackmailer and the staff, but also, man, maybe she told them to do that too, because she didn't like him. She might just be the mastermind of everything. While young Inge is guilty of her own crimes associated with the blackmail, it is Monsieur Sterling and Mademoiselle Rihanna that have been an integral part in covering up and obscuring the truth of how the major was killed. Yeah, I completed it. Okay, so Hugo didn't do it. He just did some stuff that was also bad. The staff were already suspicious to begin with, but this confirms their involvement. Are all the staff members involved? I think Elizabeth isn't. Oh, God. No, not a new mind map. I'm close to revealing the truth about the major's murder, but I must understand the roles that each and every person involved played before the final puzzle is solved. Oh, God, please. I just touched things. Looked white. Okay. Will these go together?
Another success.
Yeah. I cannot imagine the pain they have felt losing Look. His memory will live on in their hearts. They both grieve. Okay. Is this just gonna be...
This will
Oh,
not
that's
get me
not...
any
Yeah.
closer to my goal.
They both grieve. So that's motive, I guess, probably. Okay. Staff are involved in the murder. Ing feels disconnected from peers. Staged phone call. Staff member impersonated the major because of abandoned clothes. I don't know.
Is there something I have...
Wait, maybe you feel disconnected because you haven't been privy to a murder?
Cannot see the
Nope.
logic.
Or to a death friend? What? Is it? What?
Some would say
Someone,
a lucky
oh,
guess.
yeah. I mean,
I
it
would
was
say
kind
a
of a lucky
moment.
guess. And plus, it told me to do it. I'm confident Inge isn't part of the cover-up that has clearly been a focus of the other staff. Okay, that would explain that. Not involved in murder. But they...
Come,
oh,
my little
no. Okay. Stage phone call. Somebody impersonated him. I feel like it would have to be
Order and
Archibald.
method.
No.
Come, my little Grace.
What the? Maybe Elizabeth caught a cold while... Oh. You know what? That's... Oh, wait. Staff involved... What?
Things are beginning to be...
Elizabeth looked pale and the other members of the staff were busy with their duties. She must have found the body, but Did she play a part in the murder? You might be right, though. Elizabeth found the body. Maybe that now?
Order and
No,
method.
fuck. I'm so dumb. Or maybe, that's not what I meant, but yeah.
Another
Okay, so
success.
she helped her down the stairs
I
after
never-
finding the body. Although her duties are primarily focused on the kitchen and pantry, I don't recall seeing her. Rihanna wasn't seen after Elizabeth found the corpse. But,
Things are beginning
maybe
to become
Rihanna did it?
clearer.
Impersonating the major was Rihanna's role in the plan. Why it was necessary, I'm not sure of yet. Why did she feel the need to cover for Elizabeth? Yeah, if Elizabeth didn't do anything.
I must
No,
think a
I mean,
different
I guess it would have to go. So would that mean that Elizabeth didn't do it? Oh my God, I'm so.
I must act
What do you
on-
mean? Well, where the fuck else could it go? Oh my God. Archibald staged the phone call.
Is there
No.
something?
Oh God, we got a web going on. I didn't expect to get four
Some
different
say
things
a
in
lucky
one
guess.
node. Archibald's acting skills came into play to cover for a member of the staff, but who? Archibald's covering for a member of the staff. The one that
I cannot see the logic.
for Elizabeth?
This will not get
No.
me in.
Oh my God. What the hell? This game, sometimes it doesn't follow its own rules.
I must act on.
What the fuck? Elizabeth found the butt. Like, are we all? What the hell is
I should
this?
not be
This is just a
surprised by my
twisted
own
web
skills
now.
of deduction.
The stage phone call was Archibald's assignment. He went to great lengths to protect Elizabeth, but why did he feel the need to cover for Elizabeth? Because Elizabeth is. Oh no, she probably is the one that murdered. Oh, with young yeah, but okay, so. Oh, Elizabeth, did you kill him? Is that why you feel bad? I now have all the pieces of the puzzle. I must return to my room and place them together until the result reveals itself. What do you mean? I just put so many things together and I screwed up a lot. Because my brain. It is time for my little gray cells to go to work. So close to uncovering the truth. Oh my God. Okay, so the murder. Okay. Pocket knife. Rihanna was covering. Archibald staged the phone call for Elizabeth. Letter opener. Potential murder weapon. Do I have the Atelier games? I have like the old ones. Like Atelier Iris and Atelier Iris 2 on PS2. But not the newer ones. I think my brother does. Through PS4. Oh, yeah, instruments. Defensive strike. Poker was cleaned. Oh God, there's a lot of things. Means not a simple burglar. 3. Killer's room was disrupted. He was killed then. When? How? With a knife. Single stab wound. Purple bruise on face. Well, we already knew that he got that from when Gidgeon punched him. Why? What's up? Or were you going to ask me like what they were about? Because they're RPGs. There's usually like gathering ingredients and fighting. Because it's like, because you're alchemists in those games. Major New is killer. Oh God, multiple guests may be responsible. Killer may still be in the building. What the hell? It says investigate the murder, but I'm quarantined to my room, and I just have to touch stuff. Just curious. I mean, I could play them. I mean, I could play PS2 games. I do have the ability to do so. I just haven't thought of it. What? What instrument, tool, or weapon was used by the culprit? Who? Who's the culprit? Okay, so I think first off,
The pieces of the...
how could I have allowed this to slip through my grasp? Elizabeth is the murderer. No, Elizabeth, come on. What? Defensive strike. Oh, I don't have any. How am I at it? Is that it? But I cannot believe I did not see it, blinded by my own trust. Okay, so I just had to go out of the menu. When I look back now, the clues were there, staring me in the face. I spent my time chasing connections between the guests. Their motives and agendas were more than enough to raise suspicion, but while distracted by them, I failed to notice the one absent member of the household. What I still cannot grasp is why. I promised myself that after that fateful day in the capital, I would not let my judgment steer me adrift, but once again, it is I left looking the fool. There's nothing more that can be done tonight. I must at least try to rest my head in preparation for confronting Mademoiselle Elizabeth in the morning. Chapter 8. Jeez, there's only 9 chapters. So that was chapter 8. Lots of deduction. Elizabeth did it. I'm in my bedroom. The truth, yeah. Okay, so we're going to get down to brass tacks in this one. Oh boy. What in the world? Has an elephant escaped and made its way to the 2nd floor? It sounds as though it's coming from directly above me. But that is the storage room? Okay. It would be the storage room, but we're going to finish up because that's 3 chapters, and then we can probably finish the game next week. Damn. I mean, I could finish it tonight, but I don't really feel like streaming forever. Yeah, that was chapter 8.